What's going on, guys? Killer6 and I'm back with another top 5 for Borderlands the pre-sequel, and today we're looking at the best lasers in the game, and there might be a couple surprises along the way, so let's get right into it.
Let's get started already! Number 5!
Number 5 is the Firestara. Now, I've covered this unique item before. Click the annotation to open a new window to check it out, but what helps this gun make the list is its high accuracy both when aimed down sights and while hip firing. It also has a very good chance to ignite foes, and it is a mission reward, so it's extremely easy to obtain. Plus, during that mission you get to hear some amazing Mr. Torg dialogue and interaction with him. And on top of all that, you also get this really awesome skin on this gun, which is very patriotic if you're an American like myself.
Okay, here we are at number 4!
Number 4 is the E-Gun, which is a unique quest reward from the sub-level 13 mission. This gun is a Ghostbusters Easter egg, as E-Gun sounds a lot like Egon, who was one of the Ghostbusters played by the late great Harold Ramis. Now, this gun gets a high continuous damage bonus comparable to that of the Rosie, and it has the distinction of being the only non-elemental laser in the game. Now, normally that would be a huge downside, but there are several enemies in this game that resist all elemental damage, and that's where this weapon shines. When used versus Jurimer during the Christmas event, this gun was able to do what few other weapons could. It kicked his ass.
And the bronze medal goes to...
Number 3 is the Excalibastard. Now, when I started out with the research for this video, I was certain that this gun would rank higher. I thought it would be number 2 easily, but honestly, it really could be number 2. But I like the gun that I list ahead of this one just a smidge better. Now, what makes the Excalibastard so good is its 100% freeze chance on critical hits. You crit an enemy with this gun, and they are frozen. Period. In the hands of an elemental build Athena, this gun is lethal. Meleeing enemies creates a cryonova, pulling in other enemies nearby and allowing you to obliterate them all. Now, the downside of this gun is the high ammo consumption of 4 ammo per shot, and the fire rate is comparable to that of a sniper. But the 100% accuracy makes this gun pretty awesome. Now, to get this gun, you do need to have 2500 badass rank, and you will go to Stanton's Liver. There are plenty of videos out there showing you how to do this, and I will cover this in a future episode of my Legendary Items Guide as well.
And now the number that number 1 spits on! Number 2!
Number 2 is the Moxxi vibra-pulse. This unique will always spawn with a shock element, and the main perk to using Moxxi weapons has always been that they heal you while you damage enemies. When the beam hits an enemy, additional waves of electricity arc out and hit other nearby enemies. You can also just hold this item in your hand and throw grenades at enemies, and the damage output will still heal you. This is a story mission quest reward, and you get it fairly early in the game from the Home Sweet Home mission from Moxxi's chest in Concordia. To get a max level 1, you'll need to max out your level and do the mission again on ultimate mode. This gun is pretty damn amazing despite the story mission limitations, as it will last you for several levels beyond its rank. To get it at level 60, you need to be on ultimate mode, which means you'll need the Holodome DLC, and you'll have to be max level at 60 and then redo the Home Sweet Home mission once again on ultimate to get yourself a very good laser for most any situation. And the honorable mention goes to the Cat of Nine Tails. Now, I covered this one in detail in my legendary guide, link in the annotation on the screen, but basically this is a laser version of the Borderlands 2 gun, the Fibber. However, the damage output isn't nearly as high, and the ricochet pattern is tricky to control. It is still a very good laser.
And finally, here we are at number 1!
Number 1 is no huge surprise, the Rosie. Now, even with the nerf Gearbox threw at this gun, it is still the best there is at what it does. High continuous damage output, very good accuracy, mag size, reload speed, everything on this gun is great. Now, this one spawns with any element potentially that you could possibly want, and since you get it after beating the final boss, it will always be whatever your max level is at that point. This gun takes hate from people much the same way as the Infinity Pistol did on Borderlands 2, or even like the Sandhawk did on Borderlands 2. Some vocal critics of this gun say that it takes no skill or talent, that it takes all the fun out of the game, and that killing enemies is just vastly too easy with this gun. But for me, video games are meant to be fun, and this gun is fun to use, and that's what should be most important. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please take a second to click that like button and hit subscribe for more. Post suggestions in the comments below for other top 5s that you'd like for me to do. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Take care.